Morocco has been rocked by 4 consecutive nights of anti-government demonstrations. Some of the largest and most volatile street protests the kingdom has seen in years. Young Moroccans are venting their frustration against a system they believe has failed them. The trigger is not a single event, but years of pent-up anger. Morocco has been pouring billions into preparations for the 2030 FIFA World Cup, building gleaming stadiums and infrastructure. But for ordinary citizens, particularly the youth, those investments mean little when public hospitals lack basic equipment and schools are crumbling. The movement, largely led by the Gen Z 212 campaign, has no official leadership but has spread rapidly across social media platforms like TikTok and Discord. Many of those on the streets are under 25, Morocco's so-called internet generation. They are angry, jobless, and more politically aware than the government may have anticipated. The tragic deaths of 8 women in a public hospital in Agadir have only sharpened their rage, symbolizing for many the collapse of the country's healthcare system. The protests began peacefully but have escalated as arrests mounted. Security forces have detained over 400 demonstrators, including minors, while nearly 300 police officers were reported injured in clashes. Images of burning cars, stone-throwing youths, and a police vehicle ramming into protesters in Oujda have intensified the sense of crisis. Amnesty International has urged authorities to respond to the legitimate demands of the youth rather than relying solely on repression. What makes this moment particularly significant is its resonance with its movements elsewhere. From Nepal to Madagascar, young people have risen to challenge entrenched systems, frustrated by corruption and inequality. In Morocco, the anger is not simply about hospitals or schools. It is about a generational demand for dignity, accountability, and fairness. Even high-profile figures such as Morocco's star goalkeeper Yassine Bounou and rapper Grande Toto have voiced support, amplifying the movement's reach. The government, however, insists that it has not neglected public services in favor of stadiums, arguing that many problems in healthcare were inherited from previous administrations. Parliament has promised to debate urgent reforms, but whether those assurances can calm a restless generation remains uncertain. So, could this escalate into a challenge to Morocco's political order? The country is a constitutional monarchy where King Mohammed VI retains significant power. While calls for better services are loud, outright demands for regime change are still limited. The Gen Z movement has invoked the king's own words about dignity and social rights, suggesting that for now, they seek reform rather than revolution. Yet, Morocco's rulers would be unwise to dismiss the protests as temporary unrest. A generation that feels excluded from opportunity but connected through technology is capable of sustaining pressure in ways that earlier protest waves could not. If the state responds only with arrests and crackdowns, discontent could harden into something more structural, testing the monarchy's legitimacy in a way unseen since the Arab Spring. For now, Morocco stands at a crossroads. It can channel the anger of its youth into meaningful reform, or risk watching frustration boil over into a deeper political challenge. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.